Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. I'm Paul, here with my son Jordan. We're here at this house today. I think we're gonna name it the Sunken Chapel House. And you're gonna see why in a little bit. This house is owned by an order of religious brothers. It's a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath home. They're thinking of selling it as a teardown because of the problems inside, but we're gonna see if we can save it for them because we would hate to see them lose all the equity they have in this beautiful home. So follow me inside and I'll show you what we're talking about. All right. This is the first room I came into. This is where they had the problems. This is the master closet. Check this out. You can hear it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this is like being on a trampoline. And then if you look around the perimeter, you see it's all separated here. Look at the baseboard. Check out the ceiling up here on the left. So we're going to remove this carpet and we're going to show you what we found. You're not going to believe this. All right, now this plywood you see here, these 3 pieces, I did that because I've already been here to inspect under the house. So let me pull this back. I mean, look at this right here.
That's sketchy.
Watch. Check this out.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So when I cut that opening and I saw this piece of plastic, I knew that this was the death sentence for this room. See, this plywood looks brand new above the plastic, but look at everything under it. Look at this joist.
Jeez.
It trapped the moisture and it rotted everything.
They thought that that was a vapor barrier, maybe? That's what they're trying to do?
Yes. My suspicion is that the previous owners knew they had a problem. They put this on top of the original subfloor to stiffen it to sell the house.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll know more as we go along, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So we want to remove all this flooring and these joists to give us access under the house. Obviously, this entire house is up on piers, but there is no access around the perimeter because the brick veneer goes all the way to the ground, and there's very little ventilation under the house, and that's another part of the problem. So why don't we cut this floor out, get these joists out of here, and we'll access the chapel from under the house. Let's go look at the chapel since I mentioned it. We want to set up the laser beam and show you what's going on in there. This is the room they use as the chapel. The closet we were just in is on the other side of this wall. We set up our cross-line laser on the bathroom floor. And if you look at it over here on the baseboard, it's pretty even in that it's about 1.5 inches above the finished floor all the way across. 1 3/4 inches. But check it out in the middle. Almost a 4-inch drop here in the middle. And this whole floor is bouncy. I've already looked under the house and the floor joists have just cracked right in the middle in this area. So part of the plan is to stiffen this until this summer when they can move out and we can fix this house. So let's head back in the master closet and start tearing out that floor. All right, looks like it's just nailed down. I'm just gonna try to rip up this sheet. All right, that was easy. Oh, be careful where you step. Look at that. Look at that, it's 2 layers.
Wow.
Look at the floor underneath. Look at that. So it kind of confirms my suspicions. Look at the saw marks. They cut something in here. They probably cut this plywood to fit in here. All right, guys, it's kind of dangerous to walk across here. I don't want to fall through. So we're going to remove this sheet of plywood, then cut through the subfloor, and then work our way across the room while we're standing on the ground. okay?
All
right.
Yeah, I've experienced worse.
All right, so you saw Jordan go through there. You all right, bud?
I don't know. I can't see any blood, so I must not be bleeding.
Yeah, I knew I should have worn long pants, but they were all dirty. So, but that's one reason we need to get in here, because the house is getting worse, and we didn't want one of the brothers to fall.
It's only a matter of time before that happens.
That's right.
Yeah.
So our next step is to make a saw cut across here, so we can get rid of this old shiplap subfloor. This house built early 50s probably, before drywall. So see this right here? That's the original wall, and this is called a plaster screed, and they would use that to run their screed against and make the plaster nice and flat. So let's get rid of this piece of plywood, clean that up with a broom, and we'll make a pass along there with our circular saw and get rid of all this flooring. There's already been a cut made here on a previous repair remodel. Let's get that done. Alrighty guys, we got all the subfloor removed on this end of the closet nearest the door behind me. You can see the extent of the damage to these 2x10 floor joists. These completely snapped in half. But there is some good news. You see this one back here? This is the original outside wall of the house, but the rim joist is in great shape and the subfloor is fine. And then on this end, you can see this detail of how these floor joists are sitting on this ledger. Again, no metal connectors in the 50s, at least not on this house. So they just put them on that ledger. And I'll bet I can just pull it off. Let me try this one, Jordan. Oh yeah, look at that. Quality. That's what water will do to a house, right?
Jeez.
Let's get these three and this one out of here, clean up our mess, and work on that end of the subfloor. Alrighty gang, our goal today was to remove this floor so we could get an idea of the scope of this project. We accomplished that. So let me point out a few things. In the ceiling, you notice we have a 12x12 return air grill and a supply grill. I've seen supply grills in master closets, but a return air grill, that's really unusual. You can tell in the attic that was added at a later date. Maybe it was an effort to pull the musty smells out of this room, who knows? But now that this is open to the ground, before I leave today, I'm going to seal both of those up. So let's come over here. We're looking east towards a bathroom, and this joist will need to be replaced, but the next one is okay. It's not rotten. Well, look at this one, Jordan. You can see it cracking.
It is cracking, yeah.
Look at that.
That's gonna fail.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time.
But the next one, it looks like it's fine. And then the next one, the plumber completely cut in half. Can you see it?
Yep.
To run the shower drain.
Man.
And then you can see we've got a combination of sewer lines. We've got cast iron, PVC. I was really surprised to see this CPVC water lines. You don't see that where we are very much at all. So we're going to do a smoke test on this sewer line and make sure that all these joints are tight and we're not leaking. This is a double 2x12. It's gone. You can tell the ledger strip is completely rotten. and these joists just sheared off of it. And if we look underneath towards the chapel, we can identify 4 joists that have split mid-span. And then towards the left of the screen, there are at least 2 that have sheared off of that ledger strip. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Yeah, I can zoom in on it.
So we were trying to come up with a plan to temporarily support that chapel floor for the next 6 months. But we can't get under there to work. So I'm gonna think about it and we'll try to come up with an idea to do maybe up from above. Cut the oak strip flooring, cut through the subfloor, do something and temporarily patch it until June. So the plan is that they would move out in June during the summertime when school's out, and we can get in here and knock this thing out. But that chapel floor is getting worse, and I would hate for there to be an accident. So we'll probably bring you back to this project when we do the smoke test. I think all of you would find that interesting, how a plumber can pump smoke into a sewer system and find all the leaks. We actually had a comment on our bathroom remodel from a guy. He said 50% of the time they do a smoke test, they find a leak under the house. Pretty incredible. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be a wrap. We wanted to bring you along on this project just to show you what can happen to a house. This was unbelievable. We didn't need any tools hardly to get this thing apart.
Almost ripped it up with our bare hands.
That's right. So if you saw something that maybe we missed, we can tell from the comments, a lot of you are in the trades, a lot of you guys are really sharp. If you saw something that we missed, let us know. If you have an idea, let us know in the comments. That would be awesome. We'd appreciate that. So if you're liking the video, be sure to give us that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Smash that like button for us. Drop us a comment like we said. We'll try to answer them. We're loving all the support you guys have been giving us. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell to get notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.